set against blue in particular was seemingly 0 to death. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, man. 0 to death the entire way through, right?
But this is her worst matchup, right? Exactly. No one freaking knows. It's actually funny because I've heard from Sparx that this is not too bad, and I've heard from Kruz that this is horrible for Elliana.
Interesting. So, Kruz has a little something to prove to Sparx then.
Yes, there's a little bit of something to prove, certainly. But, what's your predictions of where this is going to go?
Probably not tower. Yeah. Okay, I guess we're going straight to Jules. Who
do you think has the advantage in this one?
On Jules Vale?
In this matchup in particular.
Oh, in this matchup? Goodness gracious, man. I wish I could tell you. If I fought more than 3 Ellies in my life, I'd have an answer for you.
I think Sparx probably the favorite going into it.
I would say as a player, Sparx, but also Kruz took out
They kick up cake.
So. And we've seen Sparx get suffocated by just fast normals, and man, we have seen Kruz move across the stage. So if he can keep a good juggle going, I think Kruz will win this. But a stage with higher platforms is kind of preferred.
He's dead here, though.
Consistent platforms.
Yep.
Yikes.
Yep. The second he didn't, except he could have probably done an up B dive kick to just kind of fight the hitboxes because it's really hard to fight that dive kick with really any normal.
Very true, especially when you're in the air with him.
I would like that if he starts getting juggled up to the side, just do it. Just keep his jump and just essentially get himself back down to the stage. Because Ellie will just wobble you up there.
Oh, of course. And then
good needles.
You keep DIing in, you keep getting hit. You DI out, you die, right?
Yep.
In the blast zone. Something about Ellie that Sparx,
good.
For better or worse, is something I see him do a lot. Whenever he's close to overheating, get ready for those just charged smash attacks. He starts throwing out back to back to back.
That was really smart. The missile loop into covering himself.
Like I would say, you're almost better off waiting him out when he's when he has overheat.
Well, so far, it seems like Sparx knows a little bit more something about this matchup than Kruz does.
Oh, for sure. And I
think that was supposed to be a down one.
I think so as well. It also definitely will be a matchup thing. The 2 best Ellies in the world are going to be what? Grace and Sparx in some particular order. And that's pretty much it. So you fight them or you don't fight Elliana.
Yep.
Yikes.
You got to be really careful about those offstage ones. He didn't get any of his tongues, and he never really got a good combo.
It's true.
Never really got a single combo started on him. He got maybe like 3 hits, but then he let him go. Sparx is doing, I think he's doing a pretty dang good job about just kind of DIing out, and then just being like, I'm off stage, but it's not like you're going to do anything to me.
Yeah, pretty much. He'll chase him off stage, and then nothing
bigger
really happens.
Stage. Oof, I don't agree with this one at all.
You think a small stage is suffocate harder?
Small stages. Small stages.
I like the platform layout for him, at least. I think a triplat would be decent.
Yeah.
Good compromise.
There you go.
So you can still get your juggles.
See, it was that case of like he went for the. I know he can. Oh, he got really lucky, but he didn't lose any heat, so he has to do it immediately.
What determines that?
As you land, you lose heat. Slowly.
Gotcha.
Or actually pretty dang quickly, but if you get hit like the frame that you land, you don't lose barely any heat.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you don't
it's a little... There you go. That's apparently what he needed. It's a little bit uncommon, but it does happen. So that's why sometimes you'd be like, well, Ellie just upbeat. Why does she still have some heat? Because she didn't quite finish depleting all her gauge when she landed.
That's cool. That's a more recent change too, isn't it? Did the forming a bubble push it? That's cool. I don't know if I don't know if he means to be throwing out these like hard read bubbles and tongues, but they're pretty cool.
So one thing to note about why Kruz is going for a lot of these upper ones, these upper one fastballs, is there's only a couple characters in the game that really can't do much about it, so long as you follow it correctly. And those are Apsa and Ellie. Ellie because she has a hover, and Apsa because she has a silly double jump. You can actually chain those upper ones for a really long time if you do it correctly, but it's hard because you got to follow the eye and everything. And he hasn't hit it once. So I'd almost pretty much just like to see him go for some more basic stuff. Just it's just a couple of pixels off from being able to cover all those options.
And I mean, that's a similar thing to what Maple does to those characters. Shoot same characters with the up air drag downs.
Yep.
And just chain them, just hold them in place. It's not a common tactic, and there's not many characters who can do it, right?
Definitely.
So I think it would definitely catch Sparx off guard, and maybe even just some really good damage on him. It looked like he tried to do something earlier with it, but Sparx was able to just barely get out of it. Maybe it's not low enough?
Might be.
Out of that fair, I feel like it'd be a really good time to set it up.
Yeah. I know that he wants that because he wants this. He did it too early. Because if you catch the up B after the right after the bubble, you get a free forward air spike, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nice.
That was a good read. Damn.
I guess this is
upper on Cake Assault too.
Those platforms are. You're right. Those platforms really worked out for him. I thought the larger stage would give Sparx a little bit too much room to run around, but apparently not.
The bans are interesting. Why Troupple? I don't really get the Troupple ban. Aramata and FD, I totally understand them. Speaking of up airs.
Yeah. No, it's really weird because Ellie can kind of like shift very slightly left to right, and depending on whether it hits you with like the left or the right side, you have to DI completely differently. He's dead here.
Kruz is holding almost straight in on everything Ellie does. And
Yep.
I feel like that's a mistake. It
Oh,
puts
yeah.
you in just such a scary spot.
But you never know.
He's going to make it back up. Oh, that mine.
He might not. Yeah.
The mine, I think, hit the bubble.
Yep.
It sucked onto him in the end, but...
It was worth a shot, but Ellie's one of the few characters that really just doesn't give a care.
It's true. I'd imagine you could probably do something somewhat similar with Absa, but not if he's hugging the wall like that.
No, because you can't get the cloud at that higher shove angle. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, there was really no way that he was going to get hit back off. That was actually a really clever idea by Sparx. Just like, you know what, I'll maybe take a hit, but I just want to get back to ledge. Yep, high recovery to keep himself safe. Good delayed nair. Yep. This is what we were talking about earlier. He's just throwing out the smash attacks. Especially on that left side.
Oh,
I would have liked to see a dash back tongue. Just because, like...
You know it's coming.
You know it's coming.
Do it.
Pretty much every Ellie does it in some capacity.
They all do them.
Yep.
But you're right. You're absolutely correct.
It's really, I mean, if you play Ellie, you're like, man, what do I do? I can't hover.
Right,
I can't throw missiles.
I don't have any B button. I don't have...
Oh, he's dead here.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah,
that
he's just going to air dodge.
Is not in a good spot.
Yeah. I mean, he was already at like 130, so it don't really matter that much.
He's not exactly hurting for socks right now either. So.
Yeah. He just wants to get some damage. Whereas Kruz has got to get something.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, he actually did follow it, but again, I was just like, why not just drop? Why not just drop down
up
side
there,
B?
Or like, so, oh yeah, bubble.
Yeah.
Because you have time. He literally can't do anything.
This is a lot of
Jesus
damage.
Christ.
Oh, he rebubbled him.
Here, 1 sec. I want to put you back in the bubble. I didn't hit you with enough of the forward aerial.
Didn't quite Dacus into. Oh, that should have been another Dacus.
Honestly, yeah.
Good. He keeps trying to go for too many combo extensions, I feel like, when there's so many moves that would just kill.
Right. And that's a common thing I see from a lot of combo characters. Maple, Ranno, Raster.
Yeah.
Where
They're just like, oh, I just want more damage. I'm like, he's
This
already
would
at
be so
181!
cool. You don't understand. I have the sick combo planned, right?
He's at 181! Just don't forward air!
You're absolutely right, though. And that's a very common thing.
Yeah.
You'll see,
Because there's probably like 3 different situations that he had him killed on that last stock and just did something different. Because the bubble combo was sick. I did like it. He didn't quite kill off of it. But then again, it's actually almost harder once you have more stacks in the bubble at higher percent because they can just keep drifting away and you keep sending them farther. I think that up tilt was honestly supposed to be an up air.
For sure.
Ooh. Rock wall is a little terrifying because we're going to watch that he's just going to get F smashed and die. Watch. Oh, not quite.
And once the team's gone, though, I mean, that's it, right?
Yep.
Sparx proverbially uses his team early
that
to
was
be a little more PG-13.
Yep.
Then that's it. No more smash attacks. You're pretty much safe to land. Not that
except for the fact you're probably gonna get mined, but
yeah,
you know.
Right, and then dead.
Ah.
Womp womp. Rockwell's interesting. Early kills. Maybe that's
early kills on both sides. I mean, the thing that he was struggling with the most is that he just couldn't kill. And he'll definitely be able to kill on this stage because he has like the low percent combos. He's just not hitting these tongues. Yeah. Yeah,
he's racking the damage. He's just not finding his kill options, be it a tongue, be it bear, down tilt. I don't see him really go for much down tilt in neutral. But then again, this.
Yeah, the up airs has worked once.
Yeah.
I think he's hit one of those up air confirms, and he got a grand total of like maybe 5 extra damage. It's not working. No. I think he needs to change it. Ooh. Yep, he's dead here. Watch. Boop. Yep.
That's a rough one, man. That's a really rough one.
Yeah, that was a case of he kept trying to do something that was broken. It wasn't working, especially because like once he drops the upper, he just air dodges out and gets full reset to neutral, where you have to kill Ellie on your openings